Hi, this is Nick Federoff, and welcome to the Ultimate Garden Shed here at the thingsgreen.com Botanical Gardens. Today we're going to be talking about how water moves through soil, because that's so important for the roots to get the water that it needs. But if it can't get through the soil, the water that is, how in the world are they going to get the nutrients that they need to survive? Because if your soil is too compacted or too loose, the water and nutrients just might go away. Now, as we've learned in past videos, we have 4 different components to our soils. We have sand, silt, clay, and organic matter. Today we're going to show you about the 3 most important ones, the sand, silt, and clay. Now, if we were to come over here and take our sand and put a little sand in your hand, and then, hey, I'm a poet and I don't even know it. And you take a little bit of water and you put it in there, you'll see how it's real gritty. And that's because there's a lot of space in between each particle. And when there's a lot of space in between each particle, the sand moves through it very quickly. Now, on the other hand, go to the other extreme. We're going to take some of this clay soil. We're going to add water to it, and it's a little bit different in its consistency. Look how it kind of sticks to each other. See how it gets on my fingers like that? Ew, that's pretty fun. This makes perfect mud pies. But you see how it all sticks together? In fact, see the clods like this dirt clod? That's because the pores or the individual elements in there of clay are so tight that they stick to each other. So look what happens. It just sticks. Now let's show you a good example of that, how water moves. And that's why in the other videos we have shown you why it's so important to have our 3-2-1-2 mix. We have 3 parts sand, 2 parts of the loam, and then we have the 2 parts of the clay, and then we have one part of the clay, 2 parts of the organic matter. Now watch this. Watch how fast it moves through here. Okay, you could do this in your. Look at that. Look how fast that is. So if you have a sandy soil and you have roots that are hanging in here, and the roots are going to get the water real quick, but it's also going to go fast real quick. That's not exactly the coolest thing for it to happen. Now, you might have kind of a similar situation here. Oh, a little bit slower, you see? That's because the particles are tighter together. And because they're tighter together, they're not going to move as quickly. In fact, if you could see the air bubbles and such that they're trying to percolate through. See, look how neat that is. Okay? So if you were to put a little bit of this and a little bit of this together, it's going to have a balance. Now, this one is really something else. This is your clay. Watch what happens when you put an equal amount of clay. Okay, I think we're going to come back. We're going to go have lunch, or we're going to come back, and this is still going to be at the top. It's not moving because your clay particles are so tiny, and it doesn't allow it to water to go through each particle. But if you do what we talked about in past videos by taking your 3 parts of your sand, 2 parts of your silt or loam, I called it loam a little earlier, or you could do the 2 parts of this plus your one part of this and your 2 parts of your organic matter. You've got a perfect soil mix that is not going to suffocate the roots, but it's going to be able to deliver the exact amount of water and nutrients that your roots need to grow to give you those wonderful plants. I'm Nick Federoff, and thank you very much for joining me here in the Ultimate Garden Shed here at the thingsgreen.com Botanical Gardens. This program is brought to you in part by
Register in Education, providing teachers with innovative teaching tools on subjects like math, science, health, and geography. For schools in Orange County, Register in Education is provided free of charge.
When you log on to thingsgreen.com, don't forget to visit Things Green TV. There, you're going to find moving pictures and interviews with celebrities and a whole lot of how to do things. That's on thingsgreen.com.
Donate, volunteer, take classes, csonline.org.